So we got to go ahead and talk about this YouTuber who was reacting to Joel Raptor playing Assassin's Creed Shadows on stream, which this video at one point got copyright struck by Ubisoft themselves, and it eventually got re-uploaded, thank goodness. But in his reaction video that he spliced up, it seemed like he was doing a lot of nitpicking and spreading a little bit of misinformation.
In 3 hours, this armor looks ugly. Yeah, ugly as hell.
Look how fast she is.
That's the sales point. Now we run fast. Good to know. That's pretty sad. Like this guy's promoting shadows.
Like what they are. Grab it, put it away.
Japanese ladies are not wearing shoes, and the Yasuke wearing gold.
She's bowing.
Why she's bowing?
Okay, let's.
Why?
And let's see if we can like.
But people doesn't bow to Naoe, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Even she has katana.
That you can then get as drops earlier.
Why? Is that bug or it's really fast? It looks like a bug for some reason. Wait, is this just my graphics? Looks like too dark. Can't see anything. Wait, I don't know why. It looks like it has some indie game vibe, right? Like a movement is very awkward. Hey, see? I mean, it's pretty half-assed. Watermelon. Summer. Sakura, April.
Now, there was some online concerns about why is there only watermelon when you're playing as Yasuke pop up out of nowhere. Now, I don't think this was something that was intentional because it's no different than the whole Stellar Blade controversy. When people were saying, no, they didn't mean to do it, but there were some people saying, oh, they were being racist. So this is kind of like that, but in reverse. Only difference is this is a more divisive game, if anything. And because of said divisiveness, they're like, oh, well, it got to be racist. There's no way it was unintentional. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And if anything, it's probably patched out by this point by the time we get the game. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be 1,000 videos about that too. Oh, Ubisoft removes watermelon. They bend the knee to backlash. I don't know what the title would be, but you get the idea. Do I think they ought to remove the watermelon? Absolutely. Do I think it was unintentional? Also absolute. But what I don't like is the people standing on a moral soapbox. Y'all need to stop.
So Japanese version, they disabled. There's a skill like Yasuke cut off enemy's head and the limbs, but they took it off from Japanese version. But interview, they're saying it was very there was everywhere in Japan during that period. And some Japanese voice line and play in the international version have been modified. I don't know what that means, but we will figure out in the future.
Now, I did report on this yesterday as part of my weekly news show, but this is all due to the Japanese rating board and not necessarily Ubisoft themselves trying to hide decapitation, just not anger Japanese people. As you can see, this official statement right here on the screen. And this isn't the only game that Japan has done this to. They've censored Call of Duty Black Ops, and they also censored the Dead Space remake. And such a move did piss off the Japanese boss and EA. How come it's one part of the game it's okay, but the rest of it it's not? It's kind of weird to kind of censor decapitation in a Dead Space game when that's the whole point of the game. You have to decapitate, cut off limbs just to, you know, beat the game essentially. So I had to add a little bit of context there because I ain't want nobody thinking, oh, Ubisoft is hiding something. This is all Ubisoft's fault. This is going to blow up in their face. And I've seen some conversation saying, well, the Japanese aren't going to like this. They're not going to buy it. Do I think it's going to sell well in Japan? No, but I don't think it will sell well in Japan, mostly because of Japan themselves with their censorship. And for people out there who's against censorship, I got to ask y'all, if you're against censorship when it comes to other games and other things, then how come y'all are okay with the Japanese censoring decapitation? And not just for Assassin's Creed Shadows, for any game, period. You can't be one or the other. You either are totally against censorship or you're for it.
Some people don't like the Resident Evil 5, the white character going to Africa and is shooting African zombie. But actually not all of them. But there's a white zombie too. But people don't like it. I get that. I get some people triggered. But if that's why this is okay, that's the things. That's why saying Asian hate is really overlooked. Why this is okay? If this is okay, Resident Evil 5 must be okay too.
Now, I do agree with them on that because I think that whole outrage with RE5 is stupid. And it's no different when you see certain people on Twitter trying to say, oh my God, like, why should I play as a black person killing Japanese people? Like, it's not that deep. If it's not a problem for one game, it shouldn't be a problem for the next game. Because you've played as so many different assassins who would kill their own people, and that's apparently fine, but it crosses a line when you play somebody that looks different. Like, take for example, in the last few Assassin's Creed games, you were going around killing your own people essentially, but nobody tried to, you know, bat an eye about that. But if you were playing as a Scottish in Greek mythology, then I'm pretty sure people would have tried to have a problem with it. Maybe not that many, if it made sense, but you get the idea. And there was one question he was asking throughout this whole video about like the magical abilities and stuff like that. They had a lot of that in Odyssey, mostly because of the character's backstory. But abilities like that has been present in Assassin's Creed since Odyssey, I believe. Not so much in Origins. Origins, I feel like was the right type of RPG that they should have made and should have stuck with, honestly. Even though with the open world stuff, it kind of don't age well when you play it, except the side quests. The side quests do age well. It's just the open world checkbox doesn't. All in all, I think this was a pretty good video from this guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I'm probably going to fuck it up somehow. But it just comes off like one great big old nitpick, like why are trees in this location? Like, I just hope people keep the same energy for Assassin's Creed going forward. Like, nobody did this when it came to Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm just saying. But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.